Hey everyone, I get the question a lot about how to take the perfect Instax photo, especially outdoors, because a lot of you definitely want to use these indoors and outdoors, and it's a really good question, and I'm going to teach you how to today. It's pretty simple, it's really easy, and maybe some of these tips will even help you to get better composure and better results with your Instax Mini photos. First of all, I also just want to mention that I keep all of my Instax photos in either one of these albums or a wall album, and these are available on toastpop.com/shop. There are a couple different varieties, but these are just really cool, and if you have an Instax camera, you definitely want to get something cool to keep your photos in. So for starters, this is the Instax Mini 90 Neo Classic. I'm going to show you how to take great photos with this camera as well as the Instax Mini 8 and Instax Mini 7S. These photos were taken on a variety of Instax cameras. This one was taken on the Instax Mini 8, and it's one of the best as far as the color result. With the Instax Mini 8, it's pretty much going to tell you the perfect setting to put it on as long as you use the setting that it tells you to. Now when you're outdoors, if you don't want the flash to interfere, because the flash will interfere if you have a lot of light already, then you'll probably want to put your hand over top of that flash to sort of diffuse it a little bit. That helps sometimes, but generally if you just follow the settings that it tells you to, the one that lights up on your Instax Mini 8, then you'll be good to go. This is a photo that was taken outside using the Instax Mini 8 as well. As you can see, the light is a bit faded and the photo is a bit bright for what it needs to be. I was trying to capture some leaves outside. With a photo like this, where there's a lot of bright light already outdoors and you've got sort of a really sunny day, you might want to cover up the flash with your hand just in case that flash does fire. It's always good to still use the recommended settings on your Instax Mini 8, whichever one lights up. And I never use high key because I find that high key just makes the photos look too washed out and too bright. You can use that if you want sort of an older vintage look, but for something that you want to capture the real true color, I really recommend just using the setting that it tells you to and covering up the flash with your hand, because that'll diffuse it if it does go off. And lastly, this one was taken with the Instax Mini 90 Neo Classic, this camera here. Basically, I just turned it on and took the photo, didn't adjust the settings or anything, because this camera pretty much has it ready to go. The flash didn't go off, and so I think that's really what did well with this picture, because if the flash had went off, then it would have looked faded and older, and it wouldn't have turned out as vibrant and bright. So it's always just key to remember to keep your flash covered up if you don't want it to look sort of washed out and faded if you have a lot of bright light outside. If you don't, like in this photo, it's good to keep your flash still on if you're focusing on something in the distance. If you're focusing on something up close, you're going to get, and there's not a lot of good lighting, you're going to get sort of a hard flash and the subject will be in focus and they'll have good color, but the background will be washed out. If you're looking at getting an Instax Mini camera, I definitely recommend checking out either the Instax Mini 8 or the Instax Mini 90. The quality as far as the photo is going to be just about the same. You're going to get a few extra features with the 90, but the Instax Mini 8 is still really great, and it's at a great price too. Be sure to check out toastpop.com/shop for really great Instax Mini deals on cameras, albums, cases, and a whole lot more.